A long time ago, in a bright and busy African city called Ndala, there lived a young woman named Ifunaya. She was beautiful. Her skin glowed like warm bronze, her smile could calm a storm, and her heart was full of kindness. Ifunaya was also very smart. After finishing university in Awani State, she packed her bags and moved to Ndala to start a new job. At her workplace, she met a girl named Obioma. From the first day, they clicked like two puzzle pieces. They laughed at the same jokes, helped each other with work, and soon became best friends. One day they found out they were both from the same village, Umugo. That made their bond even stronger. But Ifunaya and Obioma were not the same. Ifunaya was quiet and gentle. She believed in saving herself for marriage and always talked about starting a peaceful home with a loving husband. Obioma, on the other hand, was bold and full of fire. She didn't believe in waiting or settling down early. Her dream was to rise high in her career and be a powerful woman. Even though they were different, they respected each other. They spent weekends at each other's homes, cooked together, and talked late into the night. One evening, as the sky turned orange and the air smelled like roasted maize, Ifunaya sat in a small restaurant. She was alone, sipping a cold drink, when a tall man with a smooth voice walked over. "Good evening," he said with a soft smile. "My name is Akani. I couldn't help but notice you sitting here. May I join you?" Ifunaya's cheeks turned pink. She nodded shyly. "I'm Ifunaya." They talked for hours that night. They laughed, shared stories, and it felt like they had known each other forever. His words were smooth like palm oil. His eyes were kind. When he walked her out that evening, her heart was already beating differently. The next day at work, Ifunaya rushed to Obioma. "Obioma, I met someone. His name is Akani. He's tall, gentle, and speaks like he came out of a love story." Obioma raised an eyebrow. You just met him yesterday, and your heart is already dancing." "I don't know," Ifunaya said, smiling. "My spirit tells me he's the one. I can feel it." Obioma laughed. "Okay, just shine your eyes. Don't let love make you blind." Days turned into weeks. Ifunaya and Akani talked every single day. They went on evening walks, ate suya by streetlights, and shared dreams under the stars. Soon Ifunaya found out Akani was also from Umugo. That sealed it for her. She told Obioma, "He's from our village. My mom knows his family. Good people. If he asks me to marry him, I'll say yes immediately." One Saturday, while the two friends were painting their nails in Obioma's small apartment, Ifunaya grinned and said, "I think Akani will propose soon. I've even started practicing how I'll say yes." Obioma dropped her nail polish. "Ha, you people haven't even dated for 6 months. What do you really know about him?" Ifunaya replied, "I know enough. He works at a bank, earns well, goes to church, and his friends are responsible. What else should I know?" Obioma looked worried. "What about the tradition in Umugo? You've heard it, haven't you? They say if a married woman cheats on her husband, she'll run mad. It doesn't happen to the men, only women." Ifunaya laughed. "Cheat? Me? Never. I've waited this long, why would I spoil it in marriage?" She teased, "But you, Obioma, you better be careful. You know how you like sweet things." They both burst into laughter. Time flew, and one cool evening under a mango tree lit with tiny fairy lights, Akani went down on one knee. "Ifunaya, you are the sun in my morning, the calm in my storm. Will you marry me?" Ifunaya was too shocked to speak. Tears filled her eyes. Yes, I'll marry you," she cried, jumping into his arms. Their wedding in Umugo was grand. The whole village danced. There were drums, roasted goats, palm wine, and women singing joyful songs. They wore rich wrappers and beads, and everyone talked about how beautiful the bride was. After the traditional wedding, they returned to Ndala for a white wedding filled with flowers, music, and love. When Ifunaya returned to work, her colleagues welcomed her with laughter. "Our wife, newly married Glow, come and show us the secret to happiness." Every day she told Obioma new things. My husband bought me this. My husband did that. My husband is the best. Obioma laughed. Ifunaya, do you want to kill us with husband stories? They joked, they laughed, and for a while, everything was perfect. In 3 years, Ifunaya gave birth to 2 beautiful baby girls. They named them Zola and Amara. Her heart was full. This was the life she had always dreamed of. Obioma was proud of her friend. Though still unmarried, she had risen fast in her job and had been promoted twice. Even with their busy lives, the 2 women always found time to share stories. But then, the air in Ifunaya's home began to shift. Ekene started coming home late. He raised his voice at small things. He no longer laughed with her like before. One night, Ifunaya stood in the living room, her eyes filled with tears. "My husband, what have I done wrong?" she asked him. "If I've offended you, please tell me. Let me fix it." But Ekene walked past her, saying nothing. His silence became her pain. Ifunaya began to pray. Late at night, she knelt beside her bed, whispering to the heavens, "Please, bring back my husband. Bring back our love." She told no one, not even Obioma. But her swollen eyes gave her away. One morning, she came to work wearing dark glasses. Obioma noticed immediately. "Inside office? Dark shades? What kind of fashion is that one?" Obioma teased, reaching for the glasses. Ifunaya stopped her. "No, please, don't." Obioma's face turned serious. "He didn't hit you, did he?" "No, he didn't," Ifunaya whispered. She slowly removed the glasses. Her eyes were red and puffy. "I cried all night," she said. "Obioma, I think Ekene is cheating on me." Obioma took her hand. "My friend, listen to me. If he is cheating, that's his failure, not yours. Don't carry the shame of another person's sin. Focus on your joy, on your growth." Ifunaya nodded, but her heart was breaking, and so her perfect love story started to crack. Obioma continued. "You are strong, Ifunaya. You've always been. Don't let this break you. Focus on your joy, your growth, your children. If you forgive him, that's your choice. But do it for you, not for him." But no matter how sweet Obioma's words were, Ifunaya's tears kept falling. Every night was a battle, every morning, a silent war. Ekene kept coming home late, smelling of strange perfumes. He no longer looked her in the eyes, he shouted at the smallest things. Love had left the house, and in its place was coldness. Soon Ifunaya started falling sick often. She would go in and out of the clinic, weak and tired. Still, she prayed, fasted and cried, hoping one day Ekene would change. But instead, he became bolder. He began bringing other women to their home, the same home where Ifunaya had once lit candles of hope. One afternoon, Ifunaya couldn't hold it in anymore. She rushed to Obioma's house, her eyes swollen, her voice trembling. "I'm tired. Obioma, I'm tired of crying, tired of praying, tired of pretending. How much pain am I supposed to carry? How much can one heart take?" She broke down on the floor weeping. "I kept myself for this man. I gave him all of me. And now, he sleeps with any woman he likes, right under my roof. Do you know how many men want me? Do you know how many I've said no to because of him? I want to hurt him too. I want to show him how it feels. If he can have side chicks, I will have a side man. Let him taste his own medicine. Whatever is good for the goose is good for the gander." Obioma finished softly, but she stood up quickly, shaking her head. "No, Ifunaya, don't go down that path. This isn't you. You are not like him. Don't lose yourself because of someone who has already lost his way. Remember the tradition in Umugo. Our people say if a woman cheats, she may go mad." "You've heard the stories," Ifunaya scoffed. "Tradition? That same tradition that punishes women but spares men? What kind of justice is that? Besides, I live in Ndala, not Umugo. The spirits can't cross city lines." Obioma grabbed her hand. "Please, my sister, I beg you, don't do something you'll regret." You have daughters. You have your dignity. Let Akan be the fool, not you. But the fire in Ifunaya's chest refused to cool. A few weeks later, she gave in. In a moment of weakness, in a moment of deep pain, she met a man. She didn't love him. She didn't even know him well, but she gave herself to him just once to quiet the storm inside her. After it was over, she sat alone, shaking, with tears pouring down her face. Shame washed over her. She felt dirtied, not by the man, but by the decision. I will never do this again, she whispered into the night. No matter what Akini does, I won't lower myself again. From that day, Ifunaya stopped begging. She stopped crying. She focused on her children, her work, and her healing. She smiled more. She danced with Zola and Amara. She stopped trying to fix what she didn't break. 2 months later at the office, she was laughing with Obioma. They were eating Puff Puff and Suya, catching up, when Obioma leaned closer. You see why I'll never marry a man from Umugo? That tradition scares me. Imagine I mistakenly cheat. Madness will be my reward, while he can do as he likes. Let Umugo men carry their curse away. Ifunaya laughed quietly. Then she whispered, What if I told you I already did it? Obioma froze. You did what? I cheated. That day I told you I was thinking about it. I did it. Obioma's eyes widened. What? You, Ifunaya? Why would you do that? It's been over 2 months. Do I look mad to you? She asked, smiling, trying to make it a joke. But before the words fully left her mouth, her smile froze, her eyes twitched, then her body jerked, her voice changed. Come and do. Come, I'm ready. Come and do something, she screamed, her face wild. She stood, pulled off her shoes, and began running around the office, laughing and shouting nonsense. Her colleagues froze. No one understood what was happening. People gathered, whispering. Some screamed. Obioma collapsed in shock. I warned you, she cried. Ifunaya, I told you not to. With help from others, they held Ifunaya down. Obioma called Akane and Ifunaya's parents. That night, Akane arrived. He saw his wife rolling on the floor, shouting, Come and do. I'm available. He turned away in shame and anger. So she truly did it. Thank the gods for our tradition. I'll never forgive her. He told the crowd, Remove her from my house. She is no longer my wife. Obioma, heartbroken, took her friend into her own home. That night, Ifunaya's parents arrived from Umugo. When they saw their daughter, wild, dirty, shouting, they burst into tears. Thank you, Obioma, her mother whispered. Thank you for not letting her take her madness to the market. They say if a mad person reaches the market, their cure is lost forever. The next morning, the family quietly left Ndala. Back in Umugo, they began the ancient rituals. The priests danced, the drums beat, herbs were burned, and the gods were called. Every day, Ifunaya's mother bathed her, fed her, and wept over her. Meanwhile, Obioma went to see Akane. She needs care. Let me take the girls while she heals, she said firmly. Akane, too broken and tired to argue, nodded. Take them. I want my peace. And so, Obioma became a second mother to Zola and Amara. She braided their hair, told them bedtime stories, and made sure they never lacked love. Akane, on the other hand, became a man without a path. He jumped from woman to woman, chasing pleasure like a stray goat chasing salt. One night, he went to visit a woman named Tola. He didn't know she had a boyfriend, a dangerous man named Ifi, a known cultist and kidnapper. At midnight, Akane opened his eyes and saw shadows standing over him. Who is this one? Fa asked coldly. Tola jumped back and cried, I don't know him, he forced his way in. You don't know me? Akane said, shocked. Silence, Fa shouted. He raised his hand. Beat him. His boys obeyed. Akane was beaten until his body couldn't move. They threw him outside the compound, bloodied and broken. In the morning, passers-by found him and rushed him to the hospital. But it was too late. Internal injuries had already done their damage. Akane died that evening. 6 months later, Ifunaya returned to Ndala. The madness had gone, the spirits calmed, the rituals had worked. She was quiet now, gentler but stronger. She had seen darkness and come back. She went straight to Obioma's home where her daughters ran into her arms. "Mama!" they cried. Obioma stood behind them, smiling with tears in her eyes. "I can never repay you," Ifunaya whispered. "Just stay well." Obioma replied, "That's enough." Ifunaya resumed work quietly. Some stared, some whispered, but she didn't mind. She was alive. Her children were safe. And Akeni was gone. As she sat at her desk one day, she looked out the window, the sky warm with orange sun. She whispered, "I'm free." Sometimes the world gives men freedom and women consequences, but pain is never a reason to lose yourself. Ifunaya's story teaches us, don't fight darkness with darkness. Fight it by holding on to your light. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful African stories. Until next time.